I've spent over 2 decades caring for seniors not just as a health and nutrition specialist, but as someone who deeply loves and respects the wisdom that comes with age. Over the years, I've seen so many small habits ones that seem harmless slowly affect people's energy, digestion, even their heart health. And one of the most surprising culprits? Bananas. Yes, bananas. That cheerful, yellow fruit sitting on your kitchen counter right now. It's sweet, soft, and easy to eat so naturally. Many of my older clients reach for it as a daily snack. In fact, some eat 2 or 3 a day, thinking they're making the healthiest choice. But here's what most people don't realize. Eating bananas the wrong way or pairing them with the wrong foods can actually cause bloating, fatigue, and even serious issues like potassium overload. And for older adults, those little missteps can turn into big health problems. I still remember Miss S. Anderson, one of my longtime clients. She was 74, sharp as a tack, but always complained of feeling off, tired after meals, brain fog, irregular digestion. Her diet seemed healthy at first glance, but when we took a closer look, we realized she was eating bananas every morning, blended into a smoothie with milk, a combination she thought was perfect for her bones and heart. But it was actually what was slowing her down. That's why I want to talk to you today, not to scare you, but to empower you. Bananas can be incredibly good for you. They support digestion, energy, mood, and even immunity. But only when eaten the right way, especially as we age. There's a difference between a green banana and a brown one. And did you know that eating bananas with sweet potatoes or cabbage might actually do more harm than good? So today, I'm going to walk you through what I've learned after working with hundreds of older adults. The good, the bad, and the surprisingly dangerous food combinations you might never suspect. If you care about your energy, your digestion, your heart, and if you want to keep feeling your best, this might be one of the most important conversations you hear all week. Now let's go back to Miss S. Anderson for a moment, I say, smiling as I remember her puzzled expression that day. She sat across from me, clutching her food journal, saying, "But I thought bananas were good for me." And you know what? She was right. They are. But the way she was eating them, that's where things started to go wrong. You see, a lot of people assume that if a food is healthy, it's always healthy no matter when or how you eat it. But that's not how our bodies work, especially as we age. Bananas are loaded with nutrients potassium, vitamin B6 fiber, but they also have a high glycemic index when overripe, which means they can spike your blood sugar. If you're eating them first thing in the morning, on an empty stomach, especially if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, you could be setting yourself up for a blood sugar crash by mid-morning. And let's talk about digestion, something many of us struggle with more as we get older. A lot of people eat bananas with yogurt or milk, thinking it's a healthy combo. But according to traditional medicine and even some modern dietetics, that pairing can actually lead to bloating, gas, and heaviness, especially in older adults with slower metabolism. Then there's the ripeness issue. Miss S. Anderson was eating bananas that were completely brown, overripe, and mushy. Tasty, yes, but also high in simple sugars. That wasn't helping her energy levels or digestion at all. When we switched her to eating half a banana mid-morning, paired with a handful of almonds and a cup of green tea, something amazing happened. Her bloating disappeared. Her energy improved. And that brain fog she'd been complaining about? Gone within a week. That's the power of eating smart, not just eating healthy foods, but eating them the right way, at the right time, in the right combinations. So if you're someone who's been eating bananas thinking they're doing you good, but you're still feeling sluggish, gassy, or foggy, don't ignore it. It might not be your age. It might be how you're eating. There's so much more I want to share with you, small changes that can make a huge difference in your daily life. So if this story made you think twice or opened your eyes a little, hit that subscribe button right now. I'm here every week with simple, science-backed tips to help you eat better, feel better, and live your golden years with vitality and joy. Let's grow healthier together. I remember the look on Miss S. Anderson's face when I gently told her, "You might actually be harming your health with how you're eating bananas." Her eyes widened. "What do you mean?" "I thought bananas were one of the best fruits out there," she said, clearly surprised. And she's not alone. So many older adults think they're doing the right thing by adding bananas to their daily routine. And while bananas are indeed a nutritional powerhouse, certain mistakes often unnoticed can turn this golden fruit into a hidden threat, especially for people over 60. Let me walk you through 3 dangerous mistakes I see all too often. And maybe, just maybe, you'll see yourself in one of them. Mistake #1. Eating bananas on an empty stomach. This one surprised Miss S. Anderson, too. She'd been starting her mornings with a banana and a glass of water, thinking it was a light and healthy breakfast. But here's the truth. Eating bananas on an empty stomach can be harsh on your digestive system, especially as we get older. Bananas are naturally acidic and contain a good amount of magnesium and potassium. When eaten alone, especially in the morning, they can lead to bloating, indigestion, a sudden drop in blood pressure, which may cause dizziness or even fainting in older adults. Miss S. Anderson was experiencing mild nausea and occasional lightheadedness before lunch, and she had no idea it was linked to her breakfast banana. Once she added a piece of whole grain toast with almond butter before her banana, her energy stabilized and her stomach felt much better. Mistake #2. Eating bananas with milk or soda. Ah, yes. The classic healthy smoothie mistake, mixing bananas with milk, or even worse, soft drinks. Now, I understand the appeal. It tastes great, but this combination can be a real disaster for your gut, particularly for aging digestive systems that need extra care. Bananas are rich in starch. Milk is high in protein, and sodas, full of carbonation and sugar. Put them together, and you've got a recipe for bloating, gas, acid reflux, difficulty sleeping, especially if eaten in the evening. Miss S. Anderson used to enjoy a banana milkshake at night as a snack. Sweet, filling, but afterward, trouble sleeping and constant burping. Now she opts for a banana with a sprinkle of cinnamon and warm chamomile tea. Her sleep? Peaceful. Her stomach? Calm. Mistake #3. Eating too many bananas in a day. This one catches people off guard. Bananas are natural, right? So what harm could come from eating 2, 3, even 4 a day? Here's what I told Mrs. Anderson, and what I'll tell you too. Bananas are high in potassium, and while our bodies need potassium, too much can strain the kidneys, especially in older adults or anyone with borderline kidney function. Eating too many bananas may lead to hyperkalemia, too much potassium in the blood, headaches, brain fog, fatigue, even muscle weakness or arrhythmias in extreme cases. When I reviewed Miss S. Anderson's food diary, I saw she was eating 3 bananas daily, 1 with breakfast, 1 for a snack, and 1 after dinner. After cutting back to just half a banana daily, she noticed better mental clarity, fewer headaches, and a lighter, more energized feeling overall. So what's the takeaway here? Bananas are wonderful. They're natural, affordable, and rich in nutrients. But as we age, our bodies change, and how we eat must change with them. The key isn't cutting bananas out, it's eating them smartly. Here's how to enjoy bananas safely if you're over 60. Eat them mid-morning or mid-afternoon, never on an empty stomach. Pair them with a source of healthy fat or protein like nuts or oatmeal. Limit yourself to half or one banana per day, especially if you have kidney issues or diabetes. Avoid mixing them with dairy or soda. Opt for water or herbal teas instead. Miss S. Anderson now says, I never realized something so simple could make such a big difference. And it did for her energy, her digestion, and her peace of mind. If this helped you learn something new or made you rethink a daily habit, you're not alone. These are changes that can truly transform how you feel every single day. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'm here each week to guide you through small changes with big impact so you can feel strong, sharp, and vibrant at every age. Let's keep learning together. See you in the next video. Miss S. Anderson looked at me, a bit concerned, and said, I've always brushed off the little things like bloating or feeling tired after eating. I never thought it could be because of a banana. That's exactly what so many people over 50 do. They assume these little symptoms are just part of getting older. But the truth is, they're often your body's way of saying, hey, something's not right. Let me explain something really important, especially if you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond. When you're young, your metabolism runs like a high-speed train. You eat a big meal, your body processes it quickly, and you bounce back without a second thought. But as we enter our middle and senior years, that train slows down. For someone like Miss S. Anderson, now in her early 70s, even small digestive imbalances used to pass unnoticed. But lately, she noticed signs like feeling dizzy when standing up, waking up at 2 or 3 a.m., wide awake, feeling full or bloated, even after a light meal, and maybe that sounds familiar to you too. What many people don't realize is that seemingly unrelated symptoms like poor sleep or lightheadedness can actually be linked to small mistakes in your diet. Mistakes like eating a banana first thing in the morning or pairing it with the wrong food. Why? Because your digestive system in your 60s or 70s isn't the same as it was at 30. It's slower. Your stomach produces less acid. Your kidneys filter more gently. Your insulin response is more delicate. So when you eat something in the wrong combination or at the wrong time of day, your body may not be able to handle it as easily as it used to. Don't ignore these small symptoms, Miss S. Anderson told me something that really stuck with me. She said, I always thought feeling tired after a meal was normal. But once I changed the way I eat bananas, I realized I didn't have to feel that way. That's powerful, because it means that small changes can make a big difference. If you're feeling bloated or uncomfortable after eating, dizzy or lightheaded during the day, restless or waking up during the night, foggy, forgetful, or just not yourself, it might be worth looking at what you're eating and when you're eating it. Bananas are just one example, but they're a perfect reminder that healthy foods can still cause problems when eaten the wrong way, especially in our golden years. The moment Miss S. Anderson understood this, her whole mindset shifted. She stopped seeing these symptoms as just old age and started seeing them as signals that she could listen to and respond to with smarter choices. Now, she spaces her meals more carefully. She pairs her fruit with fiber or protein. She watches her portion sizes and keeps track of how she feels after certain foods. And the results? She's sleeping better, feeling clearer, and even has more energy to play with her grandkids. So if you're watching this and you've been brushing off those small signs, I want you to know this. You're not just getting older, you're getting wiser. And with the right knowledge, you can feel better than you have in years. After talking with so many of my clients, including lovely folks like Mr. Hill from Arizona and Sweet Ellen from Ohio, I've come to realize something very important. Most people don't need to give up bananas, they just need to eat them the right way. And today, I want to share exactly how to do that. When Miss S. Anderson, yes, that's me, finally understood how her banana eating habits were causing all those uncomfortable symptoms, I didn't quit bananas altogether. I love them too much. Instead, I made a few simple changes, and the results were incredible. Let's break it down together. Step 1. Timing is everything. Never eat a banana on an empty stomach. I used to grab one first thing in the morning because it was quick, easy, and felt healthy. But for older adults, especially those over 60, eating a banana on an empty stomach can cause your blood sugar to drop too quickly, leading to dizziness, weakness, or even fainting. So what should you do instead? Wait about 1 to 2 hours after a meal, particularly lunch or breakfast, before enjoying your banana. That way, your digestive system is already active, and the fruit becomes a healthy supplement rather than a shock to the system. Step 2. Pair it right bananas plus milk or soda. Big mistake. This was one of the biggest lessons I had to learn. Combining bananas with dairy like milk or yogurt or sugary drinks like soda creates a storm in your gut. It slows digestion, increases gas production, and can disrupt your sleep later at night. Instead, try pairing your banana with a handful of unsalted nuts like almonds or walnuts, a slice of whole grain toast, a spoonful of natural peanut butter, a small serving of oatmeal. These combinations balance the natural sugars in bananas and help your body absorb nutrients without the crash or bloat. Step 3. Watch the quantity. More doesn't mean better. I had one client, Bob, who thought he was being super healthy by eating 4 bananas a day. But too much potassium, while essential in moderation, can put a strain on the kidneys, especially if you already have kidney concerns or take certain medications for blood pressure. So here's my safe rule of thumb. For most older adults, 1 to 2 medium bananas per day is just right. That provides enough fiber, vitamin B6, and potassium without overloading your system. Step 4. Choose the right ripeness, not too green, not too mushy, just right. Green bananas are harder to digest and can cause constipation. Overripe bananas are high in sugar and may spike blood sugar levels. You want a banana that is yellow with a few small brown spots. It should feel firm but not hard, sweet but not overly soft. That's the sweet spot, literally. When I started following these simple habits, I noticed fewer headaches, more stable energy, and way better sleep at night. Even my memory improved. And you know what else? I stopped waking up feeling bloated or groggy. It's amazing how one small change done the right way can ripple into every part of your health. So, if you're someone who's been struggling with small health issues, or you're just looking for ways to eat smarter and age stronger, start with your banana. And remember, you don't have to give up the foods you love. You just have to understand them better. As I always say to my clients, and now to you, dear viewer, food is not just about eating. It's about understanding. This brings me to something deeply important, something I've learned over 20 years as a health and nutrition expert for older adults. We must stop relying on hearsay or old habits when it comes to our health. Yes, bananas are nutritious, but thinking they're healthy, so the more the better, is like saying sunlight is good, so we should stay in the sun all day. That kind of thinking, though well-meaning, can lead to low bat cap high, when the harm outweighs the benefit. I've met too many wonderful people just like you who are trying their best. They eat what they believe is healthy. They make time to walk, They drink their water. But even with good intentions, small missteps can sneak in and slowly chip away at their energy, digestion, and overall well being. Especially after 50, our bodies become more sensitive to how we treat them. That's why it's so important to go beyond assumptions and start building real knowledge. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be this: your health doesn't change overnight. It changes gradually from the little things you do every single day. Eating a banana after a balanced meal, drinking water slowly throughout the day instead of all at once, avoiding food combinations that cause gas or indigestion, getting to bed at a consistent hour, and spending just 15 minutes walking in the sunshine. These may seem like tiny habits, but they are powerful. When I started changing my own habits one by one, I saw results. My energy came back. I slept better. My mind was clearer. And now I get to share these same strategies with so many people across the country, from Florida to California, who are starting to feel young again in their 60s and 70s. And guess what? You can too, but only if you're willing to listen, learn, and apply what you know. Don't let comfort or old beliefs keep you from the healthy life you deserve. So let's keep learning together, okay? And if this video gave you even one helpful tip, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel, tap the bell, and join this growing community of amazing older adults who are choosing knowledge, kindness, and good health every day. From your friend and nutrition coach, Mrs. Anderson. As we grow older, the small choices we make each day become more important than ever. Something as simple as the way we eat a banana can either support our health or quietly work against it. The lesson here isn't just about bananas. It's about being mindful, paying attention, and never underestimating the power of daily habits. In our golden years, our bodies deserve care, patience, and wisdom. By understanding how foods interact with our changing systems, we can prevent discomfort, avoid common mistakes, and enjoy more energy, better sleep, and a fuller life. So today, I hope you walk away with a deeper appreciation for your own health and the power you have to protect it. From my heart to yours, take care of your body. It's the only home you'll ever truly live in. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe to Senior Moments Matter, and ring the bell so you won't miss any valuable tips in the future. I'd also love to hear from you. What was your biggest takeaway today? Have you experienced any of these banana mistakes before? Drop your thoughts, stories, or questions in the comments below.